Do you have too much stuff? Do you find it hard to keep your things organized? Then watch this video, because today we're going to talk about 13 exciting minimalism habits that can simplify your everyday life. Happy to welcome you on my channel. My name is Jasmine, and I've been living a minimalistic lifestyle for over 6 years now. One of the main reasons for this is that I'm actually a bit of a slacker when it comes to household. I have developed a few habits in my daily life that help me to get through the day more easily and to have less work. I'll tell you in a moment what I do. But first, let's get one thing straight. Why are habits so important? Underestimated. Our habits are often unconscious, but as we do them so often, they play a major role in our lives. They shape our daily lives, usually without us even realizing it. So habits are a pretty powerful thing. You can be sure that habits can waste hours and hours of your valuable time if your habits are inefficient. So it is worth questioning your habits. You don't have to do that all alone. I have a few suggestions for you today, so have fun. Mobile. How many times a day do you misplace your smartphone? This happened to me quite often in the past, and I had to call myself with another phone to find my smartphone again. Pretty annoying. That is past now. I'm putting my phone in a specific place in my house when I'm not using it. And I always put it back there. It's a central location in our home, so I don't have to walk all over the house when I need my phone. This habit actually saves me time because I don't use the phone so often anymore, and most of all, it saves me nerves because I don't have to look for it all the time. Snooze. And while we are on the subject of smartphones, how do you get up in the morning? Are you an early riser? Or do you have trouble getting out of bed like me? If you're prone to snoozing, you've probably had the experience of dozing off, and suddenly you're overslept, and you're under a lot of stress. That doesn't happen to me anymore, even though I snooze. And that's because I saved the snooze on my phone beforehand. Instead of hitting snooze over and over again, I just set 3 alarms at short intervals. When the last alarm goes off, I am forced to get up, because I know that's my last chance. And voila, I haven't overslept since. I have more minimalism habits for you, so stay tuned. But before I tell you the rest, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything in the future. And together we'll simplify your life. In the morning. Speaking of morning sickness, it's not just getting up in the morning that gives me a hard time. I'm also really bad at making decisions in the morning. It's really stupid because it leads to me standing in front of my closet for minutes, like in a trance, staring at the closet in confusion. If this happens to you too, just lay out your clothes the night before. This will save you valuable minutes in the morning that are better spent on a nice breakfast. Shopping. Admittedly, as a minimalist, I try to consume as consciously as possible, but sometimes I need new stuff and I'm not perfect either. But what really messes up the order in your home is when you don't consistently return things. Let's say you order a new shirt that you don't like at all, but you're too lazy to return it. Let's face it. We don't want to spend our money on things we don't like. And even worse, we don't want to have stuff laying around that we don't use and that will soon start to annoy us. So get rid of it. One in, one out. You already know this habit if you're a regular watcher on my channel. For every new thing you buy, one old thing has to leave your house. This makes sure that you don't accumulate too much stuff in your home. If you're really motivated, you might even be able to do what a user suggested on my German channel. For every new item, 2 old items may leave. If you can do this, your home will be much tidier. Lists. In the past, I was often tempted to try out exotic ingredients. Unfortunately, I often had to throw them away because I didn't use them or used them only very rarely. I'm tired of this food waste. That's why I now only shop with a list. I usually plan my meals a few days in advance. This makes cooking and shopping less stressful, and it's a great new way to save money. And it does save money because I waste less. In summer, I also try to grow as much as possible by myself. This works even if you don't have a garden. I used to live in a small city apartment and grew strawberries and vegetables on my balcony. It's really fun and sometimes you can save a lot of money. If you're not experienced in gardening, start with something simple like potatoes, for example. You can hardly fail with potatoes. Fridge. We quickly lose track of everything in the fridge. That's why I'm going through the fridge after shopping. Half-empty fruit bowls are packed together in one bowl. I sort out rotten fruits so that they don't infect other fruits. This keeps the fridge clearer and cleaner, and it saves you money for wasting less. Water. I'm so excited to share this amazing tip with you. When I was cooking, I always hated having to wait for the pasta water to boil. And since electricity prices in Germany have risen to an all-time high, it has become even more of a burden. So I've established a new habit for 2 years now. I've been heating water in the kettle and then immediately pouring it into the pan. I put the lid on and turn on the hot plate. It's so simple and it saves me so much time. I hope these tips will help you to save time and nerves in your everyday life. If you like this video, please share it so that it can be useful to even more people. And if you and I meet again next time, I will be delighted. Until then, all the best, Jasmine.